And we're live. Just let me close that. Struggling to stay on script during live streams? Discover how OneStream Live Teleprompter feature can transform your broadcasting experience. Join Stephen in this live session as he demonstrates how to use this game-changing feature for smooth, professional, and confident live streams. And this is the introduction. I'll just hide that for a moment. To Teleprompter, the feature explained, and I am here and say hello to YouTube, and thank you for joining me. Now, what I'm going to do is that was read from the teleprompter, and it makes it a lot easier because in this particular instance, I did not write the text. So I'm going to read it again with a bit more feeling. So let's bring it back on screen. Struggling to stay on script during live streams? Discover how OneStream Live's teleprompter feature can transform your broadcasting experience. Join Stephen in this live session as he demonstrates how to use this game-changing feature for smooth, professional, and confident live streams. Right, I'm going to take that off and we'll come back to me. Okay, teleprompters can make a difference, and when you've got a script that you've not written, then definitely. So we are looking at today the teleprompter. Now, if you're on the price plan, or if you bought the edition, you can have a teleprompter directly in your OneStream Live studio, and it is simple to operate. So straightforward that we can do it in minutes. You need the text. You set the size of the font. Now, I'm not wearing glasses, and I, in this instance, have set the size of the font to 21, so I can read this without my glasses. You can go between 14 pixels and 23s, which I am at the moment. I can have the text scroll, and I can change the speed at which it scrolls. Okay, now you can't see that, but believe me, I can change the transparency and I can move the text from one side of the screen to another. But the thing is, because the teleprompter's in the studio, nobody can see it's there. And just give me a second. Yeah, nobody can actually see that the teleprompter is there. You're actually reading from it, and you make it totally seamless so that nobody knows you're using one. And that's the general idea of a teleprompter, is to help you when you're presenting a live broadcast, because we're not always reading our own words. We are sometimes reading things which need to be word perfect, and that's where a teleprompter comes in. Well, let's look at the agenda for today, because as you know, on these broadcasts I always have an agenda. So let's bring the agenda on screen and replace that, and then we're going to move the agenda to the side, and probably like that. Okay, so this is basically OneStream Live Teleprompter feature explained with Stephen. The introduction is what we've just done now, so that's the first step. Now just go through these slowly. Improved delivery, accuracy, time efficiency, flexibility, confidence boost, professionalism, and enhanced engagements. Those are the benefits of having a teleprompter directly in your studio, which you can use at any time during your live broadcast. You can change the text during the broadcast, but we're going to come back to, on the left-hand side here, it says familiarize yourself with the script. Especially true when you didn't write the script. You do need to practice, and you need to practice by reading thoroughly. Bringing a piece of text in is the beginning. Understanding it and reading it is the next step. You've got to read the text thoroughly, and basically not know it off by heart. You don't need to do that because the teleprompter is there to prompt you, but you need to practice reading out loud. You need to listen to yourself, if possible, before a live broadcast. Do a private recording of you on the teleprompter and use that as your guide, because you'll see where you actually stumble on any of the words, and where you do stumble, then you just repeat the practice and practice smooth reading. The thing is that you could read, let's just go bring it on screen again. You could read, struggling to stay on script during live streams. Discover how OneStream Live Teleprompter feature can transform your broadcasting experience. You don't want that. What you want to be able to do is to say, struggling to stay on script during live broadcast, discover how OneStream Live's teleprompter feature can transform your broadcasting experience. That's what you're after. You're after a one-take situation where you can read it, not because you know it, but because you are familiar with it. And that's what we mean by practicing smooth reading. You don't want to read it. You want to read it with some feeling. You want to read it smoothly from beginning to end. Yeah. And that's all about practicing. And you want to understand it. I mean, we often have to read things we don't know anything about. And the only way we're going to find out about them is to delve more. Now, you could use behind the scenes, you could use ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek to get more information on the topic that's being talked about, so that you have a grounding in the topic. I mean, often when I'm given the topic for the week, I know nothing about it. But as this is a teleprompter, I'm okay with using the teleprompter, especially for important announcements. The teleprompter in the studio, in the OneStream Live Studio, on the Enterprise Edition, you can adjust the speed. And this is important. What you want to do is find your own best speed of reading. It will go through at any speed you want it to. So if you want to read quickly, you can read quickly. If you want to read slowly, you can read slowly. Font size I've already spoken about. I've got it on the screen so that I can read it without my glasses. So I can read Join Stephen in this live session as he demonstrates how to use this game-changing feature for smooth, professional and confident live streams. You're going to be able to know that off by heart by the end of this broadcast. But it is a situation that you adjust the reading speed and you maintain a natural delivery rather than reading sentences, you're reading the whole paragraph. If you get my drift, you don't want to go sentence by sentence. What you want to do is you want to be gel with the script, so that people don't know you're actually using a script. The idea of using a script is that people don't know you're using a script, which is counterintuitive, but it works. It does work, but it does take practice and positioning a setup. I can position, you can't see it, but I'll show you in a minute. I can position the screen on the left or the right or in the center. It's what's best for you. So if I put it in the center, I'm happy, and that's my position, because I know that it's actually covering me. If I go to the right, and I can't actually see myself at the moment, all I have to do is look on camera and I can read it out. So join Stephen in this live session. And I'm going to hide it and come back to me so you can actually see. So the whole thing about this is familiarity. If you are reading something for the first time, you might as well not have a teleprompter, you said, being honest. If you're going to have a teleprompter, then you need to bring the text in, you need to be in the studio on your own, and you need to practice reading it. So when it comes to the moment when you are going to read it, you are familiar. You know what it's about, you understand the topic, you know what the paragraph is about, then you know the message that's trying to be conveyed. You have to prepare in order for this to work. Now, the benefit of doing this are improved delivery. Now, let's just take a look at what it actually looks like. If I bring this on stream, okay, this is, I go here, this is the teleprompter in my studio. And as you can see, I would read that, but I can't see myself in the studio because it's covered over by the text itself, but the text is of such a size that I can read it. But it's all controlled from the right-hand side of the screen. You can, he said, if you go from the prompter word at the top, you can add a script. You can store your teleprompter scripts in a normal text file with a text editor, and then you can upload them whenever you need them. Now, you could have several files within one broadcast. I would say that some of your broadcasts has got to be ad-libbed. I wouldn't go so far as to teleprompt the whole broadcast unless you were doing just creating a video of a couple of minutes, which is a marketing video or a promotional video. I wouldn't script a full show unless it was a short one. Okay, so you can see the script there, and you can see it in the main screen as well. That's what I see. That's what I see on the screen. The black over me is the script, and it will scroll, and I can adjust the scrolling speed. It starts at 1, and I can increase that speed. Then I can increase and decrease the font size. There is a default, which if I was wearing my glasses, I could read it. But if I'm not wearing my glasses, I need to bring it up. And as I say, I've got mine set at 23 pixels. And that is perfect for when I'm just reading and I'm looking natural with no glasses on. So you can adjust for the typeface and size. Okay, the next item is that you can change the text position. Now, the text position there is in the middle of the screen. To the viewer, it doesn't matter because the viewers can't see it. You can only see it now because I took a photograph of my studio before I came live. But this is the actual script I was using earlier. You can position it. It depends where you want it. You can have it on the left-hand side of the screen over the chess, on the right-hand side of the screen over the green background, or in the center of the screen over you. As far as the viewer is concerned, it doesn't matter where it is. This is personal preference. This is how you want it to be. Underneath the text, we can hide or show the text on screen. We can play, and when we press play, basically what it does, according to the speed you set, it will scroll down through the lines and it will keep going as far as there's text. And I mean, it just simply works. It's so easy. You just cut and paste the text or load a file and you've got your script. Text position, we could left, right, or center, and then transparency. Now, I've turned all transparency off so I can see it clearly. I know that nobody watching can see it, but I've turned all the transparency off so that I can see it, nobody else can. So I'm hiding behind that black oblong and I'm reading the script and nobody knows because I've practiced it. So just to reprise that, we've got the ability to load up a script. The script appears on the right-hand side. We can then show the script on the screen in the center, left or right positions. We can play the script. I know you can't see what I'm doing. We can play the script and it will scroll through the script at the speed that we've set using the font size that we've set. And then text position, left over the chess set, center or right, and then the transparency. Again, this is personal choice. Now, the thing about this is that you can set it up exactly as you want to use it. Remember, nobody outside your studio can see it. It can only be seen in your studio. Okay, so that's what it looks like when you're actually using it. Let's change over the image and come back to, okay, and I'm going to come back to teleprompter. We've gone over the introduction, improved delivery. Now it has to be said that because you are given a piece of text, you can practice, and as you read it and you read it out loud, your delivery improves. Do read out loud. Don't, because the thing is that it's a totally different experience. When you read out loud, you can hear yourself reading and you get a sense of whether you've got the rhythm right. Because what you want to do is, this is not about being a robot reading text. This is about putting your spin, your character, your voice onto delivery. So because you've got a teleprompter, it is improved delivery. You can rehearse, you can know, you can do your research. The other thing about this is accuracy. If the script is written down and you're using a teleprompter to read it, you're unlikely to go off script. You're going to read the words as they're written, and you're going to therefore be more accurate. You're not working from memory, you're actually reading live on air, and you can be totally accurate. So the information, especially when if you're talking about something legal or especially, then you can read the legal document and you're going to get it word perfect. Time efficiency, it is an efficient way to actually deliver information. Again, you've practiced and you can deliver that information because you know about it. You know its background, you know how to read it. And flexibility. The thing is that when it comes to doing a live broadcast, things change. Now, during our broadcast today, things did change, but I adjusted. Being flexible, I did have I'll tell you, I did have a short video, but it didn't have any sound. So video without sound was no good. So be flexible. And the teleprompter is flexible. If you want to edit the words in the teleprompter, you can. So if you are going through it and you discover that you'd like to rephrase a sentence, then you can rephrase it and you can save it to your hard drive. So flexible wise, you can save it to your hard drive. I'm just save as a script. Just put a title. I'm doing this live now, and I'm doing it as okay. I'm giving it a title, and I just whilst we're live, save the script I've been reading. I can alter that script, and it's simple and straightforward to do. So flexibility. If things change, if you've got to add a paragraph, then you've got to add a paragraph. If you want to change the text, you can change the text. But the thing about this is, and this is important, appearing on live video is all about confidence. And practice is the key. Having the words written down makes it real. And if you practice in your studio, what I would do, the way I would do this is basically load up the script into the teleprompter, bring the teleprompter on screen, read through it 3 or 4 times, just in your head and out loud. First time in your head to get a sense of it, then read out loud so you actually hear yourself talking, so you know what your delivery is like. Then I would press the record button, and you can, in the OneStream Live Studio, you can record without going live. So just press the record button and read the script and record it. Okay. Now, most of us don't like watching ourselves on video. We have to. In this case, you have to. What you want to do is to watch the record back. And what you're looking for is obviously the words. The quality of the words is important. The fact that you actually go smoothly through the words is important. How you look when you're doing it is important. The thing is that the whole thing about a teleprompter which goes over the screen, rather than, you don't have to look anywhere else. You just look. If I look at the camera, I can see the script on screen, and I can say, struggling to stay on script during live streams, discover OneStream Live Teleprompter feature can transform your broadcasting experience. And I can say that, and I'm going to watch this video back afterwards. But you're actually looking for how you present it. And the only thing is, you know that you can go live there. You know that you can, in my case, talk for England. But what you're actually doing is to deliver a certain message, possibly written by somebody else, possibly written by ChatGPT. Yeah, the increasing number of segments of shows are actually written by ChatGPT. If I was talking about something which had a legal side to it, then I would go off to ChatGPT. If I was talking about beginnings of Park Run, I would go off to ChatGPT, ask it to create a script, which is what I did the other day. Basically, I would ask it to create a script about Park Run. I want to know about the beginnings of Park Run, the history of Park Run, and I want to know the advantages of Park Run. I can then take that script, bring it into my OneStream Live Studio, put it on the prompter, and then begins the process of reading and familiarizing and getting confident. Yeah, because it does build your confidence. The thing is, it's sometimes difficult to know what to say next. Teleprompter takes that away. You're not wondering about what you're going to say next. It's in the teleprompter and you can use it. Yeah. So let's go back to where I was. So record yourself, play it back, and make sure that you're actually looking at the camera and that you're reading with confidence. Okay. So flexibility, we can change it. It is a confidence boost, and hopefully I've just explained the confidence boost. And it helps with being professional. You want to give the best that you can. And the best that we can give is either being ace ad lib, which takes time, or being first class and professional about reading a script, which is in the teleprompter, which is in your OneStream Live Studio. And that's basically down to practice. Practice and familiarization are the keys to being professional. Those are the ones. Now, the thing is that if you are, let's just come over here for a moment. If you don't have to worry about what you're talking about, you're reading a script, then you can engage with your audience better because you're not worried about what you're going to say next. You can read a paragraph of the script using the teleprompter, and then you can take a short break, and you're not worried because you've done it. You're working well with the teleprompter, and you can take a break and you can actually have a chat with your audience. Okay, the natural break you can create, and you can go off the script and you can chat to people, you can engage with your audience. Yeah, so the ideal show is a mix of teleprompter and reading from the teleprompter and ad-libbing as you go along. Okay, let's just take another look at how it looks. So I'm going to switch over images. Let's bring the image back on screen, and I'm going to go over here and slot it back into place. Right, this is my OneStream Live Studio. I'm on the enterprise plan, which gives us 16 people on screen and a host of other features. Do check it out after this broadcast. As you can see, center stage in this image is the teleprompter script itself, which appears either on the left-hand side of the screen or the right-hand side of the screen, or bang over your face, because nobody but you can see the teleprompter screen. It takes a bit of getting used to. You think my face is covered up? No, it's not. No, it's not. If you watch the replay, you'll discover that nobody knows it's there apart from you. Now, in terms of being able to adjust this to suit yourself, you can customize this to suit yourself. How it appears in your studio is up to you. And you can basically, you can load a file with the text, you can edit the text, you can save the text, you can bring the text on screen, you can hide it. You can play the script at a speed that you decide. So it will scroll line by line through the script and you're reading along. So if you've got a long piece of text, then it will just scroll through it. Okay, text position, left, right, or center, and transparency. You can either have it totally transparent, which sometimes can make it difficult to read, or you can have it totally dark. Yeah, it's your choice, but all the controls are in the right-hand side of the screen as we see it. It's a teleprompter, it's a prompter in your studio, and it is a toggle switch. You can switch it on, you can switch it off. If you do that whilst you're in the broadcast studio, then it will remember where you are. So you can take it off for a moment and then return to it. As I said a moment ago, what you can do is you can make a mix of scripted broadcast and a teleprompter broadcast. You're in a position, you're in control. I mean, the thing that the teleprompter does, the teleprompter gives you control of the broadcast, and it means that you can broadcast about anything. If you get a contract to promote a particular brand, then they can supply you with, that's better. They can supply you with all the information about their brand, and they can supply you with a script. That script, which you know nothing about, goes into your teleprompter in your studio, and you practice. You read it through first, a read through, then you read it through loud, then you press the record button and you record it, and you make sure that you're looking at the camera all the time, and practice until you are. And practice until you're totally familiar with the script. If it's something that you're not sure about, go back to the brand and say, okay, I'm not sure what this part means. Ask the questions. Make sure that you know the background to everything you're actually talking about. If you know the background to something, then you can talk about it credibly. Yeah, you're here to actually establish the brand's credibility. So you can talk about things that you know about, and you can also talk about things that you know nothing about and learn about them through the script and through asking questions. It is a means of broadcasting professionally and on topics of interest to you and on topics of interest to other people. And when I'm working for a brand, I take my direction from the brand and they give me the script, and then I take it and run with it and practice. Okay, so we have been talking today, and I'm going to put this full screen. We've been talking today about the fact that the teleprompter is an integral part of the OneStream Live Studio. It's available in the enterprise version, and the enterprise version has features for business. The enterprise version is for businesses. And if you're thinking of live broadcasting for your business, if you're thinking of live broadcasting as an agency for other businesses, then the enterprise version is definitely the one to get, because it's got all the facilities you need to actually present. And that's all about, at the end of the day, it is about quality of presentation. Right, this has been Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire in England. I want to say a big thank you for watching live today. I really enjoyed talking about the teleprompter. I enjoy using it. It is extremely useful and practical. And when you don't know what you're talking about, use a teleprompter, learn the script, research behind the script, get to understand it. And when you go live, you can read the script and you can say, struggling to stay on script during live streams? Discover how OneStream Live's teleprompter feature can transform your broadcasting experience. Join Stephen in this live session as he demonstrates how to use this game-changing feature for smooth, professional, and confident live streams. I want to say thank you for joining me. This has been Stephen from wonderful Wiltshire, England. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon.